And then I think the last thing on our mind has been anger, because I guess we've been reviewing so much. We've been coming across so many situations where really our anger was fucking warranted and we were not allowed to experience or express it at the time. And that has been kind of every situation really in our lives. So now that we're learning that anger is actually a good thing, it's like it's about making sure that all parts of me agree and are comfortable on how we manage to express and experience and see and like fucking accept our rage and anger at things, because it's not something we've ever learned to do, so it's all very like uncertain and messy. And the more that the other parts of me accept and welcome the anger that I would say I primarily hold for my subsystem, in the part of me that would have formerly identified as Nightshade TM, it's like the more they accept my anger, the more I seem to be able to feel certain of myself in the confidence that I used to have before fusing, and like I can kind of let it bleed through to them. It's like the two things are, don't know, they seem to bleed in different directions but both be very necessary. It's like it keeps keeping us apart, those areas not being agreed upon, blended. I also find myself more open to letting other parts of us practice things and play and be curious and be playful, and not feeling like every step we take has to be worried about what we look like or how either good or threatening we look. My two staples. And I find it... I just end up thinking about how they're responding, how I'm responding, or how we're responding, how I'm responding, how my rage is being treated nowadays and accepted, and how it's agreed with like it should be there. It signals that we deserved better than we got. It's on our fucking side. It has our backs. It's the parts of us that know we were mistreated and are fucking pissed about it, like we goddamn should be. And it has a right to be here and be expressed and fucking exist, and it doesn't make us horrible fucking dismal people. And the more they kind of, at the minute, not so much say that as shout that over their own insecurities and fears to try and drown them out, while being like, oh yeah, you got the go ahead, go on, just do whatever. Like, shut my eyes tight and pretend anger doesn't scare the shit out of other parts of me, while giving me permission to express it. But the thing is, if I manage to do that, and we all compromise then on how it works, then actually we'll see that, yeah, it does help us. It does help us to feel valued and prioritized, and fucking show where boundaries were crossed and where they should never have been fucking crossed, and implement them in future. Helps us to feel more defended, more stable, more well put together, less sort of flimsy and undefended, I'd put it. I like knowing that I have permission to feel these things and express them. And then I do end up thinking about that when something like some other parts of me want to pace around while we're filming and stand on logs and balance, or stop and smell flowers while we're walking, and crawl, like walk over walls, I guess. We've been doing a lot of stuff like that. And normally I would tense up and not allow them out to do it, because it would take away from my defensive aesthetic which I realise now it doesn't, because my defensive aesthetic is there, and I can use it whenever required. It just doesn't have to be constantly there. It doesn't mean we can't play and relax. And I guess they've stopped blocking me out so much for feeling like, no, we can't be angry, we can't inconvenience people, we can't make them feel bad for treating us badly. Who fucking who? If you don't want to feel bad, don't treat people like garbage, you pieces of fucking shit. And I'm allowed to go on rants when I feel anger and I can actually get it out instead of having it fucking suppressed like molten tar until I crumple in on myself and then we lose me for the next fucking half an hour. And I end up doing breathing instead of just full-on rage ranting. Because I want other parts of me to feel like I can keep us regulated and angry so that they don't freak out whenever I'm angry next. It kind of works like cyclically. Everything kind of bounces off everything else. Damn, my throat is sore. Oh, okay. And I'm much prompter meeting our needs because I can really feel what the body's doing, and I'm aware that there are A, kids, and B, me in here who can feel that discomfort of having a dry throat, and we deserve to feel like immediately quenched. All that good shit. I think this is enough sunlight, so we're gonna go in and relax.